Today, I'll be bringing you to the outskirts of Metamora, Indiana. Actually, 15 minutes southwest of Metamora, but it's not where I is at this second. Today's video is going to be of a little beautiful creek bed and a teeny dry ford bridge going over it, and the troubles we had just to be able to film this. Not going to make you guys wait any longer. We're going to snap right on over there, and I'm going to show you this beautiful creek bed with this little dry ford bridge. We're going to do that now. You ain't gonna believe the trouble we had just to be able to film this location. I will get to that at the end of today's video, but right now I'm gonna film as fast as I can. Low water crossing. Do not cross when water is high. Folks, this caught my eye the day we was headed up to Metamora, Indiana. I told my wife then if there was any way at all, we got to come back so I could film this. Oh my word. And the trouble we had today to get here. If I don't forget, at the end of today's video, I will explain all of that. And also got two bonus filming locations to show you. Two bridges. Let's take in the beauty, guys. Any minute a car could come down. Oh my God, we get all to that. We'll get all of that later. I'll tell you all about that. Huh. They put new concrete down here. Let me go down a little bit. And people's already marked in it. That's kind of cool. When we seen this place as we drove by, headed to Metamora, I could not believe my eyes. I was like, oh my word. The things we had to do just to be able to film here, it's gonna blow your mind. My gosh, that is so beautiful. Oh my gosh. And the way this reminds me of the tunnel we did in Guilford. Doesn't it a little bit? If you've seen that video. Just a little. I don't want to go too far back because honestly, that may be private property back there. So we're going to back it out as slow as I can do it right now. That's one of my fears, private property today, guys. But I couldn't see any signs. And believe me, we looked hard. But my God, so beautiful. My other fear was, I was afraid before I had a chance to come back and shoot this, I was afraid we was going to get a big old rainstorm and it was going to be washed out. Okay, let's head up that way and get some of the filming down that way. There's Angie and Kitt. We are 15 minutes away from Metamora. We are in Ripley County, 15 minutes southwest of Metamora. And you wouldn't believe this little road being as busy as it is. Let me tell you. Oh my God, look at that. That is so beautiful. Holy. Gotta get this shot right here in the middle of the bridge. Car comes. They're gonna come along fast. Now the other side of the bridge. Now when we went through here, when we was headed to Metamora back over a week ago, there was no traffic at all on this road. None. On the way up here today, holy. We're like, where the heck they all come from? When I tell you we're in the middle of nowhere, I isn't lying to y'all. Couldn't figure out where any of that traffic was coming from, but it was coming. And we're like, oh, there goes Angie. No, you're fine, honey. We're like, what the heck? Are we going to be able to film this? See, there's some things you need to look out for going to locations like this. First and foremost, you got to look for signs of no trespassing. Number two, you got to see if it's filmable. And three, you got to make sure there's a place to park. Some places we've filmed, and I thought this was going to be one of them. Angie lets me out. And she goes about maybe 10, 15 minutes down the road and comes back and picks me up. We've done that at a few places. One was at that electrical bridge, if you guys remember seeing that video. Wow, look at that. Now, am I doing this video justice? Well, for what it's worth, the trouble we had getting here, yes, I am. I'm proud of it. But look at them big old boulders over there. I'm not sure. I have no history about this, y'all. I'm sorry. Zero history. None at all. Even if I was to look up some history, I don't even know where to start. It's just a pretty little place. Just imagine you're out driving on a road one day. You're driving down the road and you come across something like this. Isn't this the prettiest little gem you ever did see? All right, we'll get one more shot from up by the car. All you see is miles and miles of cornfields, y'all. Like I said, there is no houses for miles around. But today, this road was busy. Okay, I'm going to get in the car, and we will finish this video out at another location on the GoPro. We'll see you after a while. Now I can tell you where I is right this second. I am in Summit, Indiana. I'm in a little park. Don't really know the name. Do you know the name here, hon? No. I don't know the name, but I decided to come here and give Kitt a little bit of a walksy and finish out today's video and tell you the troubles we had just to be able to film that. Plus, I'm going to show you two beautiful bridges. I wasn't able to film, well, I was able to film them, but only from the car window. The backstory is, back when we did Metamora, back about a week and a half ago, on the way home, I was like, oh my word, I want to film this, I want to film this. So on the way through there, we kind of noticed there was a little place to park off, but we didn't really see any no trespassing signs. It's like, well, we put it on the back burner. So today came, I was like, I want to go back out there and see if we could film it. So we got on the road, and there's a few things, like I mentioned in the video, that we look for on locations like this. First and foremost, no trespassing. If there's any signs anywhere around, no trespassing, nah. You don't break out that camera. You don't even pull over. It's a no-go. Plus, you want to look at the location, make sure it's filmable, make sure, you know, it's doable, and you want to make sure you got a place to park your car. And like I said in the video, a lot of times, Angie would drop me out and off and head down the road, come back, pick me up. And that's what the plans were today. Now, when we was headed to Metamora well, it's been over a week and a half ago. When we was headed there, let me tell you, there was no cars at all on that road. Today, when we was headed back to that creek bed, my word, car after car after car. So what we did was, we needed a game plan. So we drove up the road a little ways to a church and got out next to a graveyard, and we put a plan together. So we had a plan together, and the plan was to let me out, her drive down the road, and come back and pick me up in about 5, 10, 15 minutes. Well, as we're headed down, a car gets behind us. Can't stop on the bridge. She can't stop and let me out. So we pulled in that little parking spot, and I was like, let's do it. That's why I only want to film with my big camera down there. It's quicker to hook up than my GoPro is, believe it or not. But it all came together. Now, I want to show you something else before I end today's video. I want to show you two other locations I wanted to film, but we couldn't do it. And one of them was, well, both of them was no trespassing, and both of them was you couldn't find a place to pull off. Come on. But that's okay. First one I'm going to show you is the one that's close to the one we just filmed today. You should be seeing that right now. Beautiful little bridge. I would have gave anything in the world to be able to get out and film that, learn some history on that, but just wasn't happening. No, no trespassing, and there was just nowhere to get out and pull over, but a beautiful iron bridge. Oh my word, was it ever. Holy. Now the next one we'll show you is even more special. Now this one may have some history somewhere, but we're not going to dig it up. I'm sorry. I apologize for that. This one's called the Lost Bridge. This one I was slightly butthurt over. I couldn't get out of the car and film it.
Are you able to hold him for a second?
Yeah, I got him.
You got him?
I'll be right back, guys. Kitt is with me right now. Angie's going over there to be nosy. But anyway, I would have gave anything. Let's show the bridge as we talks about it. This bridge was just beautiful. It's called the Lost Bridge. We drove a pretty good piece to get there. Now, I couldn't learn anything at all on the internet about it. But I did know one thing. I told Angie, I said, the picture it has on the internet, I can tell you right now, they took it from Lothar Creek. That's what this bridge crosses, is Lothar Creek. But my word, I was biting at the heel. I was like, I'll give anything. Now, Angie could have let me off, and I could have, you know, filmed it like that, but it's on a busy road. Very dangerous. If a car was to come, as you see, it's a pretty good lengthy bridge. Car was to come, I could have been smushed. Easily could have been smushed. So we decided too dangerous. It wasn't filmable. Plus there was no trespassing, and it just wasn't doable. So, but guess what? I still got it from my car window from my other GoPro. That's right. So that is the two bridges right there, and what you've seen today. Today we are very thankful. We were so lucky to be able to film this without any problems, y'all. So that's been today's filming adventure, y'all. Leave it down in the comments what you think of that little creek with that dry bridge going over it that will flood. Would you have done everything in the world just to be able to film that, or at least take a picture? You'll be amazed at the places that Angie and I do film that we basically have to put together like this. That's part of the adventure. That's part of the fun. That's something we could look back on years later and smile. It makes it more to knowing I could film, knowing when I was filming that, a car could have came any moment, or a farmer come out and says, "You're trespassing," even though I didn't see no signs, but knowing that can happen was a thrill of a lifetime, man. As far as the Lost Bridge, I would have loved to have filmed that, but Angie's like, "Michael, that's just too dang dangerous." All right, guys, till next time. Thanks for watching. Leave your comments down below. Hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed, if you think today's video you likes it, subscribe. I have lots of videos similar to today's video. Until then, y'all, time to go home and get some suppers and start work week. Come on, let's get out of here. We will see you on the One Bubba Mike One's channel, which is mine, on our next adventure. Thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you then, y'all.